I'm Kathy from Bronze Gardens. Today I'm here to show you how to transplant succulents or make a succulent garden. What I have here is a tray filled with soilless mix, and you need a soilless mix instead of soil out of your garden because this doesn't have the bacteria that would cause problems in your house, and it won't have eggs from bugs. And it has the porosity that you need. It has vermiculite and perlite in it. What you have to do when you're going to do succulents, and say you have succulents that are too long, too leggy, so you just nip them off. And this got dirt on it now, but you just nip them off and you let it dry because it needs a scab on the bottom, otherwise that gets too mushy and is open to rotting. So these have been drying now for like 3-4 days, and so they're ready to plant. And you can use anything. You can use a teacup, you can use a small glass, anything. The important thing is if you use a cup and it doesn't have holes in the bottom for drainage, make sure that you don't overwater it, because if it sits in water and it's overwatered and has soggy feet, it will rot and die. So I just have this, and then if I water this and I do overwater it and it does have holes and it's sitting in a little dish of water, make sure that you toss that water and don't let it sit there. So I have here a little bitty container. I made a hole with my finger, and now this is scabbed over. And I am just going to set it in here. And there he is. Because this is a succulent, you don't want to tent it. You don't want to put it into a bag. It doesn't want to be that humid. It wants to just have slightly damp soil. And it can dry out in between waterings also. So we have these. These here are some that I made before, and now they're ready for transplant. I have here a dish. Now this one won't have holes, so I'm not going to put this outside on the porch during the summer because it could get rained on and it would just be, it would die. So I have here a nice dish, and I'm not going to fill it up all the way because it makes too much of a mess when I'm trying to put plants in it. So it's easier to add soil than it is to try to squash a plant into it. So I'm going to set it in here and just add some soil around it and just firm this little guy. And you gently and firmly put soil around it. Here is a little pine tree succulent, which is a good contrast in leaves. And we're just adding soil as we go. And now we need a third one. And this is one that I separated from a group. And this one is already rooted. So we're just going to be putting him in. He is a slow grower. He's not going to take this one over, this garden over against the other guys. And I make sure that the soil is even. And the soil has been dampened. I don't know if I said that, but it's not soggy. Don't make your soil soggy. And I'm going to leave it like this. If it was seeds, I would make sure that it was sprayed with a little bit of moisture, and then I would cover it. But I'm going to leave this because it is a succulent. I'm not going to add extra water to it. And I'm just going to show you a couple of different things that have been transplanted before. When you're done with this and it's kind of situated and starting to grow, then you can add little figurines. Rocks are nice. Some colored sand. This is a little succulent garden. This here will hang down. This sedum will be branched out, and then now I'm looking for a little figure to put in there to kind of add another dimension. I want to show you just some plants that were done. I took this off of here. I'm letting it scab up. I had done this before, and so now this is what it looks like after about 3 months. And then it will grow into this, and then you can take more cuttings. They're nice for gifts. Put them into small, pretty containers. This here, little pine tree succulent, this is what it looked like when I took it off. I just nipped it down here. This will then grow fuller. Then I have this. I'll take off the lower branches. We don't need the lower petals. And then let it scab up. Then again, I put it into little containers. And you have more gifts. They make wonderful gifts. And succulents are very easy to grow in the house. And they can add a lot of color to your windows and that in the winter. So if you have any questions, please contact us on our Facebook page, Bronze Gardens, and